Starting a business can be pretty daunting. From writing a business plan to getting your finances in check, the potential pitfalls may seem never-ending. But it really doesn't have to be that taxing, especially if you have a plan in place. So what are the key steps you need to get a business off the ground? We thought we'd ask a few startup gurus to spill the beans. Welcome to the Business Show. 250 seminars, 300 exhibitors, and 25,000 new and seasoned entrepreneurs at the Excel Centre in London, networking and sharing valuable advice on how to turn a skill, hobby, or brilliant idea into a business. Rather than just walk around talking to people, we thought it'd be a good idea to come up with our own fictional product, so we came up with Moonfruit smoothies. Before all else, spend some time on your market research.
I think there are probably three areas to this. One is start just by looking at your competitors. So what kind of products are competitors selling that are similar to yours, and what are their price points and how are they distributing them? You've got to be really careful if you're entering a market at a certain price point that's either higher than what competitors are charging or even much lower. You've got to be really careful. Much lower could be, is it that good quality? Much higher could be, well, I'm actually loyal to this brand, why should I switch? You've got to know your target audiences. These are the people that are going to buy your product. So, not just what do they look like, but where do they buy? What are their needs from buying? So why do they buy these products? What kind of price are they willing to pay for these products?
Also, make sure you test your product.
But don't just start with family and friends, because they're bound to say, oh, that's great, you'll do so well. You've actually got to make sure that when you've got your prototype with your packaging, that it's tested with the people that you actually want to buy. And you also talk to channel resellers as well. Because it might be that the packaging that you love, a channel reseller cannot have in their unit for various reasons, the positioning of the barcode and so on. So what I'm trying to get at here is you've got to be really cover all those bases. You can't just have visions about what the audience looks like. You've got to go into the nitty-gritty of, is this a unit that will sell, that I can take to market at a price that not only the end user will buy, the channel supplier will pay? How do you do that? Pick up the phone, ask to speak to people, be tenacious. It might sound really onerous, but I doubt that a small business or a startup business has got a deep pocket for spending on market research, but there's so much that you can do simply by thinking about, okay, if I want to have a focus group of people that match my profile of target audience, I've got to charm them a bit, which means picking up the phone and saying, you are one of just 6 people in this area that I'm approaching to give me a little bit of feedback on my product. Make them feel really good about getting involved in it as well. There are free market research services available at InfoTrace. You get half an hour of free market research. You pay 20 quid per hour thereafter. And if I really want to get a load of market research done in a short space of time, I use that service.
No business should start without a plan, and here's why it's so important.
Everybody seems to think of making a business plan as a chore, but it's something that you can use personally to really see what you want to achieve with your business. Really, you need to know what your revenue streams are, who your customers are, and a business plan is a chance for you, more than anyone, to find out, is this going to work for you? Can you run this as a successful business? And is it worth you pursuing it? Yes, everybody will need help with their financials, but that doesn't mean you get somebody else to write the whole business plan for you. Yes, get help to put it together, but it is one of the most vital pieces of activity you can do prior to launching your business.
Okay, so you've got an idea and a plan is falling into place. But what if you need money to turn that dream into a reality? It's time to talk to the investors.
The world's changed. There's new ways to raise money if you're a young company. The best kind of money is from a reward-based crowdfunding site like an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter. The second best way is to get a social loan. For example, School for Startups Launcher Loan Program that provides under-market competitive loans for people who couldn't otherwise start a business. And the third best way is to go to the equity crowdfunding sites that have arisen, like Crowdcube and Cedars.
How would you advise us to seek funding? We're a new smoothie brand.
Well, because you're a consumer-facing proposition, something people can emotionally tie to, and I presume there's something about your smoothies that are better, different, new, or original, because there has to be, then I would jump up on an Indiegogo or Kickstarter site and get the crowd to raise the money for you, because it's the kind of thing people love.
Another way to push your business forward is through angel investing, a process familiar to anyone who's watched BBC's Dragon's Den.
Don't panic. It's a really weird thing to do, to actually pitch in front of an audience or one-to-one. But really what the guy is trying to break into is your passion. Does he like you as a person? Do you understand the metrics of your business? Do you understand really what the drivers are? Are you going to make money? Do you understand how to make money? So someone other than the people in the office are actually buying the product, that you've got the price point right, that you've got the supplier chain right, that you can actually sell something, but that is sustainable. You can actually repeat that again and again and again. That you've done, secondly, you've done your market research, that you understand that there's a few people in the marketplace already innocently playing around with it, but what is your USP over them? Why would they buy your product as opposed to somebody else's product? If you're just another juice in just another juice market, no one's going to invest because that person over there could set up just another juice, take your whole marketplace, the investment then disappears. And then finally, it comes down to weird things like how much money do you need to set up your business? Now, it's a trick question asked by accountants and investment bankers like my good self, but actually it's really difficult. So if you've never set up a smoothie business before, you don't know, but you have to give it your best guess.
And what can really win over those investors is personality, as demonstrated by Levi Roots and his reggae sauce.
Levi could not have messed up his pitch better on that BBC Two television programme that I cannot bring myself to mention. He got litres mixed up with gallons, he got the decimal place wrong to 2 places. They piled in because he had the passion. He obviously had no understanding of math, but they did. They did, they understood it and they could see what he had. It's about your humanity. People understand, angels understand, it's a really awkward thing to do. It's just about being yourself, coming across as a fun person, the kind of person they would want to hang out with, because that's really what it's about.
Whether it's a tangible product like our smoothie or a less tangible service, people need to know you're ready to sell and open for business. Online, you can trade all over the world, so you need a website to help your idea reach its full potential. You can create a free website with Moonfruit. Use one of our templates, start a new one from scratch, or we can build it for you with Kickstart. But a website is pointless if no one knows it exists, so getting a coveted spot on a search engine is key. But first, a taste test.
So this is our Moonfruit smoothie that we're taking around. You've got a sample there. If you'd like to give it a try and then tell us how you would help us take it to market.
Okay, here goes. That's very nice. It's very good. It's certainly very thick, isn't it? You can tell. You can see the fruit in that.
Too many vegetables, I think. Too much goodness.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you can definitely taste the goodness and the raspberry pips as well. Yeah. I think it's important to bear in mind that Google likes businesses that have been around for a long while. So you're not going to start ranking on Google straight away. But what you need to do is invest in content and creating good content for your website. And very quickly, Google will start sending you traffic. Before I would start doing anything, though, I want to come up with a good plan for how you're going to target Google. So what keywords, what are the terms that people are searching for in your markets, identifying those, and then working out a plan so you can create enough content on your website and attract enough links from other sites and enough publicity for that content so that Google's going to start taking notice of you and say, okay, this new site, we really like this, and we'll send some traffic in its direction.
And there we are. Here's a recap. Do your research. Make a business plan, think about finance, practice your pitch, build a website, and get seen by search engines.
So that's the end of the business show. Hope you found it useful. Let us know what you think in the comments and keep an eye on our blog for more business advice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for joining us this evening for our look into Google Analytics.